What's up, guys? D-Rock 1992 here. The movie I'm going to be talking about in this video, I'm going to be getting back to doing a movie, was a movie I watched a couple days ago, starring Adam Sandler, another Adam Sandler film, and Andy Samburg from SNL fame. It is called That's My Boy. It came out in 2012. And for those of you who don't know, this film is about a high school student who gets his high school teacher pregnant and becomes a celebrity because of it. It's a nationwide story. The kid becomes, later on, the kid becomes a successful businessman. He's totally distanced himself from, or he's totally taken himself away from all that drama of the guy's name is Donnie Berger, who got his teacher pregnant, played by Adam Sandler. I don't know who the younger version was played by, but Sandler himself, Sandler's character Donnie Berger, he gets caught up in some IRS trouble. Add to the fact that he's an alcoholic burnout. So these two guys lead very different lives. Sandberg's very successful. Sandler's in some shit, for sure, from the IRS. So Donnie Berger has to go to his son and ask for $45,000, I think, in cash in order to pay to the IRS and make sure that Donnie Berger stays out of jail. Then the hijinks go on from there. Basically, this film has its moments. It definitely has its moments where it's laugh out loud funny. There were some nice laughs in there, but not as funny as other Sandler efforts. In fact, I would say that it probably is his worst film that I've seen so far. Not a whole lot. There were moments, definitely. There's one scene in particular where and I'm just gonna, I'll spoil this scene, kind of. I mean, it's just not, it's funny, not, anyway, he jacks off to an old picture of Andy Samberg's boss's mother, because she was a model way back in the day. And he also, this is typical Adam Sandler, he jacks off to her current picture. She's an elderly woman. Anyway, later on in the movie, she comes in the room when Sandler's about ready to jack off, and she's like, "I'm gonna ride you like a Model T Ford." I burst out laughing at that. I mean, it was very funny. Also in the movie, I liked Adam Sandler's Boston accent. It was pretty good. I mean, stereotypical Boston accent, but it was pretty good regardless. Definitely. I thought James Caan as the priest was very good in the movie, in the small role that he took, couple scenes. Leighton Meester was okay. Sandler and Samberg. Samberg has to play the straight character in this movie. He does it well. Adam Sandler, he's funny, not absolutely, oh my god, he's so funny. Because this movie did, I think it's the worst Sandler film because it just doesn't have the laughs that some of the other Sandler films have, like Zohan and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, another Sandler film that I recently watched. Longest Yard had some moments. The Grown Ups movies were pretty funny too. So overall, I would have to give this movie, That's My Boy, a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was funny. It had its funny moments. But just not enough to make it a really standout comedy film or a standout Sandler film, you know? It didn't really have that. And then there is a moral to this story. The biggest moral of all: never get your high school teacher pregnant. That's usually not very good. Nope. So that's pretty much it for me on this video. D-Rock 1992 out.